Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Youth Talk Show. My name is Kwaxi. I am a Swati girl who has Zulu roots, but I'm joined by gorgeous people here. How are you guys doing?
We good. You know what, Kwaxi? I've never drafted like an interesting introduction about myself.
That's interesting.
Yeah, silly me, right? Yeah. Anyway, my name is Itu, but you guys can call me... No, my full name is Itu Melin, but you guys can call me Itu or Itu where you at. Yeah.
Hey, Itu.
Hey, Itu. My name is Bukamaso, but you can call me BK. Others do know me as the Immaculate One, darling.
Oh,
yes, darling.
Clap it.
When she says champagne, darling.
Okay, guys, so on this podcast, we're going to be discussing thought-provoking topics that are based on facts. Not only that, a lot of opinions will be shared. And this is the first of many episodes that will be dropped. So we're hoping to create our own little family within the online community.
Yeah.
So we hope that you are one of those people that are going to be part of this family.
And I was about to introduce myself.
Oh,
but it's good that you're introducing the podcast first because this is why we are here.
Maybe it's because you're too slow. Come on,
Right?
speed up. I'm joking.
Come on.
Anywho, my name is Yvette Brains, your favorite host, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be here.
Definitely.
Please make sure you make yourself comfortable and feel at home. Subscribe, like, share. Let us know in the comments what you think about the banner, what you think about our outfits. So someone said earlier that we look too serious for our age. Do you guys agree?
No.
I mean, I think we're going to come down. We're just
Yeah.
waiting to
Yeah.
defrost.
Yeah,
Kanyane
defrost,
nje,
ne?
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So, like, speaking of the online community, like, what do you guys think of social media? I mean, we know how social media gives everybody platform. I mean,
Yes.
that's how we hear, right?
Yes.
So, do you guys think social media has a positive or negative impact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say then things have changed.
Yeah.
So we used to use traditional marketing, your newspapers,
Yes.
your radios, which
magazines.
they still exist,
True,
but
true, true, yeah.
they're not as fast as social
social
media.
media.
Yeah.
So now social media have turned into like a business world,
Yeah.
right? Not only business world where you just can market things,
Yeah.
but because marketing is too broad,
Yeah.
you can now personalize your brand as an individual.
True.
So I've worked with like a few social media people, which we call influencers now.
Yes.
They make a ton of money out of it. I know a few people that charge like 25K for just posting
Wow.
a story on Instagram, 45,000 for posting a reel.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it is like a
Someone's
very
selling
positive thing, honestly. Yeah.
No, but like you are right. You know, like
Yeah.
speaking of, because that's how you market yourself in terms of radio, in terms of acting. If you want to be an actress now
Yes.
or an
Yourself
actor,
out there.
you can
Yeah.
literally send out your show reel and people will like and
Sure.
You know, engage
directors
with
can
you.
find you there.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you guys, you sound like you are only focused on the positive side.
Uh.
What about the negative side? I mean, like, there are so many people who have committed suicide because they've been bullied, they've been
Yeah,
harassed,
true.
and
Yes.
all that. So why don't we speak about that the most? And we only focus on the influencers and all that, and we only draw inspirations from those people who are posting beautiful reels and all that, and we think that they have money and we want to be like them. But
Yeah.
the behind the scene of it, do we know what they go through? Do they really have money? What is the negative side of it?
I know we can talk about that, but for us, I mean, like we've seen the positives.
Yes.
I mean, there are negatives because there can't be a good without the bad, right?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me turn to BK. BK, what do you think?
Well, I really think, like you just mentioned now, that it could all just be a facade, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you don't know the person directly, so you can't really compare yourself to that social media personality, you know?
Yes, true.
And which can also really have a negative impact on someone's self-esteem,
Yes.
on someone's
Yes.
confidence, because,
Yes.
you know, like, I want to be like her. Why
Yes.
can't I be like her? And, you know, a lot of people, especially young people these days,
Yeah.
they like shortcuts. They want to make money quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
And like
yes,
she
yes, yes.
mentioned now, a lot of people, like these social media personalities, they can make money like 20K just posting
Yeah.
a
True.
story.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and if someone who's like my age or who's aspiring to be
Yeah.
a social media personality could take that and want to take that route, you
True.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now because they don't have that standard that they
Yes,
see
yeah, yeah.
online,
Yeah.
Exactly.
it might, you know, deteriorate the type
Yeah,
of person
true.
that they are. They might want to change who they are to
Yeah,
become
yeah.
who they're not.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's just really
True.
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
just to also back that one up, I do understand that you guys also see the negative side, but we are South Africans, especially me. I'm from Etembisa. I know how I am from the struggle. I know how
Yeah.
to hustle.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now the economy has really changed
True.
Yeah,
from just being present on social media. So now it has now turned into the space where you can sell, market, collaborate with other brands. And now currently a lot of South Africans are becoming CEOs instead of just becoming people that tap
employee.
into
Yeah.
True,
9 to 5s. Now I can be able to sell on social media and make sure that it boosts our economy, because at the end of the day, we need
Yeah.
to just be responsible citizens.
But
and
then,
pay our
but
taxes.
Put it
then,
on the table.
but then, Yvette, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
In the words of
Yeah.
Touchline, he's
Yeah.
a rapper. Do you know him, guys?
Yeah.
He
Yes,
once
from
said that.
East, I think, nah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, listen. He once said, people on Instagram
Yeah.
are never real when they post a reel.
Oh yeah, true.
So now
Yeah.
the thing is, people can post a reel and make money out
Yeah.
of it, but then they never speak about what it takes
What it
to
takes.
get
Oh yeah,
to
the
their
hard
level.
work behind
You understand?
it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen those videos where, those traveling videos whereby like a person goes to a beautiful place and they
Yes.
take like
Yeah.
a beautiful shot and
Yeah.
post it on a reel? But then lately there've been people who've been exposing the behind the scene and say,
Behind-
okay, you see this beautiful side that I'm on,
Yeah.
but then the behind the scene of it, it's very
Yeah.
ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Even social media, it's like that.
Okay.
There's
True.
the ugly side and the
And
beautiful,
the beautiful
side. And I'm not
side, yeah.
saying, Hore, it's there are no positive things. I know
Yeah.
that I'm being negative right now about
Yeah.
it.
No, it's
yeah,
okay.
I do.
it's okay.
Yeah, I do understand, Hore, there's a positive side of it.
You know, like speaking of the negatives and the positives, I mean, we've seen what happens, like how social media, we don't show the hustle, the hard work,
Yeah.
how long it takes for you to take the video that you are actually posting. Do you guys think that social media should be regulated?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tapping on the negative side,
Yes.
there's a recent scandal about the Russian, it's called the
the
Alabula
Alabuga,
campaign.
yes, yeah.
Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
it's on the Alabuga,
So,
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
it's referred to a Zulu term saying foreigners, what some sort.
Yes. Yeah.
There's been a fake campaign that's been going on,
Yeah.
making sure that they use the same way they other brands
Yeah.
actually collaborate with influencers
Exactly.
to get
True,
them
yeah.
on board, just to only promote human trafficking.
Trafficking.
So we do need the social media
yeah,
to be
regulated.
regulated.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know,
And
guys, you guys are speaking about we need it to be regulated. It is already regulated. There are like POPIA Act,
Yeah.
and there are cybercrime. What? I think it was implemented on the year 2020, something
Yeah.
like that, whereby the POPIA Act, I think it helps to protect people's information,
Yeah.
personal information, and the
Yeah.
Cybercrime Act or 2020, something like that. That one, it helps when it comes to like the cyberbullying and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So already it is regulated,
Yeah.
just that we don't see those regulations
see them.
working.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you know, like with regulations, sometimes it comes with censorship. And with creatives, guys, like honestly, like if you know that something is regulated and you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, like it also does something to your creativity, you know,
Yeah,
because you're limited now, because
Yeah.
you're like, you know, what's enough.
I
There
can't do
are
this.
acts that, yeah.
Yeah.
It is regulated, but I don't think the systems that are implemented are strong enough.
Yeah.
We were just saying earlier that I know Instagram, when you do a follow for follow, there's a time, or maybe when you post a lot on Instagram,
Yes.
it sort of blocks you from using it. I know TikTok also takes
Yes.
serious comments and reports.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
I was
yes,
reported
yes,
for that
yes.
one.
And they could suspend your account. But I don't
Yes.
think it's really solid enough because, for instance, going back to that Russian campaign,
Yeah.
don't you think there were things that were communicated between the brands just to make sure that the collaboration is legit? There was,
Yeah.
but it's just not strong enough.
I mean, those regulations, they only work because they favor the people who are generating the machine, right?
Yeah.
For example, if it happens that people start complaining, why can't I follow as many people as I want? And then maybe they start putting pressure on the creator of social media or whoever who's behind
Yeah.
that app. Then he's gonna end up lifting that ban, and then maybe like make it disappear at all. So that means, what I'm trying to say is that those people are in business and they're going to do whatever that we say, or
Yeah,
what we
true.
want, or the majority want to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying like those regulations, yes, they are in place, but then they're not, we don't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's be
Effective, yeah.
solution based. What would you guys do to mitigate situations like this and ensure that social media, it is a safe space where
Yeah.
people can post content that's appropriate that other people can consume?
Yeah. Well, okay.
No,
let
no,
me give you a chance.
you take it. I'll come after you.
I mean, I don't think there should be like limitations on how people should use their own social media account. I mean, it's yours. You have to have that freedom. Social media, it's different from television, radio, or podcast or whatever. That's where a person does whatever that they want to do. For example, some people, they join or they are on social media only because they want to view other people's lives and stories or whatever. And what do? They lock their accounts. But speaking of locking their accounts, what if many people lock their accounts on social media? That means social media won't be interesting enough, right? Don't you think, Hore, the people who are behind social media will leave that thing, the band? They would end up like making it disappear so that social media can be interesting. Because if all of us, we lock our accounts, then that means there will be nothing.
There's no more privacy.
There's no more.
Some people want to keep to themselves. Yes, they want to post, but they only want to post for a certain group of people, and they don't want their lives out there, which is something that I can testify to. You know, I wouldn't want, for example, let's say I go out and like, you know, everyone's on social media now. Next thing, my auntie sees me on her For You page. Now a topic in the family chat.
True.
So, you know, I feel like it should be there, but I get what you mean when you say, Uguti, you know, it's not going to be as interesting. But we're there for ourselves. We shouldn't be posting to brag, or to say, this is the life I'm living.
We must also be mindful as well. You know, like what you're saying is that not everybody who's on social media is there for, you know, like is an influencer posting or trying to attract people. And you said something.
Well, at the end of the day, let's just say, guys, social media, it's a business. For whoever created the app, it's a business for him or her. And for people who are using it for businesses, like myself, it's beneficial on both sides, right? Yeah, that's what we can say about it. But to protect yourself from being bullied, from being harassed and all that, probably maybe create like an anonymous
anonymous one,
or
private account.
Private account.
or lock it, lock your account so that you can monitor the people that are following you.
So guys, there's another topic that has been making the rounds. You know, like when I used to be a university student, so like we never used to have this like it wasn't known, right? You know, like your artificial intelligence and stuff. But now it's a known thing where we see literally like people talking about it. Do you guys think that universities, should we have like your AI, like your ChatGPT be used in schools? What do you guys think?
I feel like it's a 50-50.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Being someone who likes, I'm a theoretical person.
Yes.
I like to read.
Yes,
you know, and personally, with people being so busy these days, a lot of people don't have time to actually sit down and research. Whereas ChatGPT, for example, I think I use ChatGPT almost every day. I can't lie. So you know, as someone who, you know, uses ChatGPT every day, it's a quick way to get information from many you know, resources all at the same time.
But can we trust it? That's the problem.
That's the thing.
Yes,
we actually can.
No, but the thing is, I saw somewhere where it says that there was a person who actually was using citations from ChatGPT, and those citations were fake. They were not real. So what I'm saying is, yes, we are using this platforms, AI, right? But are we sure of the accuracy of the information?
True.
Yes.
Then that means we have to play our parts then into going into those sites and seeing if actually this research is correct.
One thing that makes me hate it, is the fact that it is making us lazy.
Yes. I was gonna get
For example, my younger sister, she likes using it to write her homeworks. And then what I've realized
you
is
end
that
up not knowing anything.
Exactly.
Yes, and
not
a lot
only
of graduates.
Exactly.
They have degrees and doctrines, you know.
Yes.
And that time, that person has to run a surgery on you. That time,
now can we
I'll be
really
scared.
trust our generation?
Exactly.
How do you perform a surgery?
Exactly. But you know what? When ChatGPT generates its information, right, it almost goes back into those back-end systems. For instance, when we were growing up and trying to do research, you know, from the assignment that we're given, when you go on Google, it's always going to give you like options. There's Wikipedia,
Yeah.
there's
There's
certain
this,
websites that you can get the information.
Yeah.
Now, ChatGPT goes into those back ends, generate all of that information and compile it into one. That's why it's not as accurate. So if you
Makes
are doing
sense,
assignments for your school, you just need to also, so there's people that also know how to humanize, you know, whatever text they get from ChatGPT. I know you can actually make it detect if this text is AI, and then it's gonna say 10% or 100% AI, and then you decrease it to say humanize this text. It's gonna humanize it as if you wrote it, and then you're just gonna reference it.
So plagiarism as well.
Yeah, and then that's how we pass. But to be honest with you, I use it every day, and I think for me, being an administrator, it has made my life so easy.
Right?
Drafting proposals and emails, it's never easy. I never know what to say on the email, but I always have the concept.
Okay.
That's why
So
ChatGPT
what
is to
about
just generate
youth that is going to school? Because you're using it for work. But what about those who are going to
I've
school?
used it in school too.
Yeah.
No, but guys, it makes your life so easy. It's just you need to go back and read.
No, but I get it. But not
Yeah.
everybody goes back and read.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. You go to university, like you use your chat, like you let AI actually like
Generate
generate
everything,
everything, your assignments,
Yeah.
your everything, and then now, like, what are you learning as a person?
Yeah.
You know what
Just
I'm
need-
thinking?
yeah.
An interesting fact. You know, like when you're in varsity, sometimes there are people who are paying other students to do their. So that means AI is taking people's jobs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very true.
Absolutely. I think even now, most of the people that are in production currently, AI can generate voiceovers. AI can generate videos. I know CapCut is AI generated. There's already templates that are put into place for you to edit a video. I'm telling you, I can generate better content from just a producer that's just gonna sit down on Premiere Pro and compile a video. AI can just do it straight
at the
away,
tip of the
and
finger.
also just put those barking
The editing
subtitles.
features. Yes.
Subtitles.
Captions
All right.
as well.
No,
And you can just do it.
guys, I get it. You are speaking about a personal experience. Now I'm trying to speak about someone who's watching at home right
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
This person,
Oh yeah, true.
he or she's lazy because of it.
Yeah.
This person doesn't want to sit behind a desk or at home
Yeah.
and give him or herself time to write her own assignment that we know they're going to be beneficial in future when she writes her exams.
Yeah.
Right?
True, yeah.
So that is the negative side of it. So
yeah,
I've
true.
touched base on people losing jobs because of AI. What do you guys think AI is affecting us also in terms of jobs opportunities and stuff like that?
I
Besides,
think it also like decreases our skill. Like he said, now you become lazy. You are now,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
people can even get to, it's actually bad because people can actually get to a point where they rely on machines to do everything.
True, yeah.
And in the future, in the near future, if you see our generation now, our generation is very much not serious.
Yeah.
You know, they don't take anything serious. They don't take their book serious, which is why, going back to the topic, going back to the topic of saying, is it good in schools or this, that, and the other? You know, I think that it should be generated. I know, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like put a personal experience.
You can.
But like,
you can.
This is your show. Come on. Own
I
it.
was an online student, right?
Yes,
and it was very easy for us to cheat or use AI because they'd be like, okay, this is the assignment for the week.
Yeah.
Do
Yes,
it, you know. But they regulated it in such a manner that actually brought us to a place where we actually did our work by ourselves.
Okay,
Because
that's
what
good,
they
yeah.
put up is, what was it called? It was called, I forgot what it was called,
Yes.
but it was a plagiarism checker
Oh,
for every
okay,
because you scan your work and you send it in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
for everything that you scan
Sort of
in,
like turn it in.
it's turn it in.
You know,
It was called
The
turn it
amount
in.
of times that
Even
thing.
with your assignment, they can put you on lockdown. That
True,
you don't
that you
access any
can't do
other
anything.
tabs.
Yes.
And your front camera keeps
Turning
taking
on
pictures every time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we need to be mindful of, especially with AI. Yes, it might be good, but also it has its repercussions, because we need to, like, you're not able to like think fully, because you're like, what is my name? AI, what is my name?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what, guys? I also think, Tina, especially black people, and I know 75% of the people that I've interacted with, they'll tell you they're going to school to get a degree for their parents. So there is no way I'm spending my
time,
9
my
hours
energy
trying
just
to
to
read.
research.
I'm only getting that degree
because
for,
my mom is talking
you know
too
what I
much.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm only getting it for my parents. When I graduated, I was like, oh, finally,
Finally, I'm done with that.
I am using that degree. It is for me, but we always want to do it for parents. So we'll chat GPT all our way till we get that.
So I would say, in other words, maybe to help a parent who's watching this now, with your student, with your child,
who's also a student,
who's also a student, right? I think you have to make sure that you monitor your child's performance, and then you check his or her books and make sure that he does his work or her work the correct way.
True, guys.
Your children mustn't always rely on AI, because AI won't help them when they write their exams. So make sure that you are fully in with your child's schoolwork. Yes.
You know, like I'm looking at this curves and I'm thinking of another global issue that is impacting our world, right?
Okay, what's that?
Climate
change.
change.
You should have a lot to say, because you have a company where you produce juice. How is that affecting your business?
Like production-wise.
Yeah, production-wise.
Okay, I would say when it comes to water, right? Because I remember there was a time where I'm sourcing, like, the manufacturer. He called me and was like, yo, Itu, I'm struggling to produce the juices because we don't have water. Like, what? You don't have water? I was like, yeah, we don't have water. So how do we run out of water as a nation? Like, we have oceans or dams full of water, but then you say we don't have water. Or in certain areas we have water, there's water, in other areas there's no water. That has happened. I'm sure you guys have been affected by that, right? That it affects me when they tell me, oh, there's no water. So that means the production of producing juices, it slows down. And then now I can't even supply to my customers on time. And that might even affect their income.
But you guys, this thing has been like a global issue happening all around. You know, like where people have been saying, like, just go green and it will help. Do you guys think that there should be more that we can do as people? You know, like when you're walking down the street, we always see paper. Like nobody's gonna like, I'm eating that lollipop. I'm just gonna chuck the paper on the floor. But nobody's telling another person, listen, you're affecting our world. We only have one earth, honestly. So do you think there's something that we as people can do?
Wait a minute. I think I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit lost. What topic are we talking about?
We're talking about climate change.
Come on, man. We have to move on.
We're talking about climate
just to add on your point, since you're a bit lost. So when the primary sector is affected, globally we are affected. In the sense that our economy is going to be in the recession phase. Even better, or worse rather, it's going to go into the depression phase, meaning that if there is low manufacturing processes that are going on, it means that the food or high demand, it means that less job creation, things are more expensive. And now we're gonna get back to this topic saying the youth today doesn't have any jobs, and then we hop on social media. So today's topics are very interlinked. And going back to your topic, I think there's this thing. Okay, I'm gonna mention this again. I'm from a Tembisa. Tembisa, there's no thing where you see a paper and you think of picking it up, but when you're in the burbs, it's sort of a different scenario. So when it's already clean, you're going to be so ashamed
to throw it on the floor, on the ground.
So now that's when we have to also implement, more job creation, getting more people to clean the streets so that, nationwide we do recycle everything that we have.
You're speaking about like the minor things. Remember, we have big firms that they pollute the air, right?
True,
that, I think it ruins something. In the sky, whatever. And then it affects rains, whatever. So how do you guys think, for example, Elon Musk created, he started a company whereby he he manufactures the cars that uses
Tesla,
electricity.
electrical cars.
So that means there is less air pollution coming from his side. Because I'm trying to say something. Come on, help me, guys.
I hear what you're saying.
Compared to the cars that are using petrol, diesel, and whatever, his is better because now,
But then now electricity also needs to be regulated. Remember, coal.
Yes, and we are limited when it comes to that department.
Very much.
But now we do have solutions like what? Solar. It's
Yes.
summer now.
Yes.
You know, we have wind. What is it?
Is it windmills?
Windmills, yes.
Wind energy, solar energy.
Yeah.
We have, I think, rain energy as well. There's also ocean energy.
There's rain energy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Rain energy, I've never heard of that one.
I've never
I know they can use water to generate
Yeah, water,
electricity.
yes,
Yeah, they can
that's
use
what
water
it
to
is.
generate electricity.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think, with regards to that, we could use that. But the thing is, it's expensive.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Solar is very expensive.
It is. I mean, just to install one house, I mean, you could pay like over what? Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong. I do stand to be
Just
corrected.
do an estimate.
Just an
Just give
estimate.
us a range.
Mediocre.
So don't you think?
And 90,000.
Perhaps.
90,000 to power the entire house.
Perhaps.
That is so
I think it
expensive.
also depends on how big your house is.
Yeah.
No, but
Or
the
like-
thing is, what I've seen people do is that they use solar in some parts of the house, and then they
They interchange.
they interchange
Yeah.
with electricity
Yeah.
and the solar, so it can be
Balances.
regulated. Yes,
Okay.
so like that can help.
True.
Yeah, and people have changed to plastic cups.
But
They-
plastic
Yes.
is harmful though.
I know
Very
they're
harmful.
currently changing, because we can't make a drastic change like that, because now it's job creation, and they also need to know the processes, because we can't just make a drastic change just like that. It takes time. You know, remember, it took time for us to move from plastic straws to paper straws
Oh,
now.
no, I
Yes.
hate
Oh,
those.
I do.
I hate them,
Yeah.
but it works,
Yeah.
guys. We are saving the energy.
I hate those shampoos.
Yeah.
So
It helps.
yeah, it helps. It helps a lot.
You know, when you go to your shops, your clothing outlets, your food outlets, yes. So what they have now is you don't have plastics.
You have
those
carrier
the
bags.
carrier
Yeah,
bags,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is
Paper
also
bag.
not harmful to the environment.
Yeah, because
it
you can
helps.
reuse it every time.
But
Over
Yes.
and
Oh,
over
but do you
again.
ever reuse those?
No,
'Cause
you
we
can't.
have
I
to-
do. Personally, I do.
I do.
Plastic
I
is
also
very
do. I use
expensive,
it.
love.
Yes.
Oh, I
I'm
don't.
telling you.
I use it.
How do you even store? How do you even store them?
You
Like
just
you
fold
put-
them.
you fold
Nice
them and
and
you
like
put
you
it.
go grocery shopping, you put it in your car, you
Yes.
pack it with your
No.
bag.
No.
You know.
There is one in my. I almost said car.
Oh yes, claim it.
Yes,
girl.
claim it, clock it.
There is I always carry one everywhere, just in case.
Just in case.
Yes.
Just in case.
Okay.
So it helps.
And they're very, very convenient because you don't only have to use them for groceries. You can use them for other things as well, like to
Yes.
stock up your clothes. Let's say you don't have a bag or anything
Yeah.
like that.
But can you carry heavy stuff with them?
Yes, they are very much durable. I
True.
can testify to that. Because
Yeah. Okay.
when I used to go to school,
Yeah.
I never had the privilege.
Girl, how old are you? Girl, it's giving. I've been to school in the 80s and the 70s, and we used to walk.
No,
girl.
Yeah.
Being an online student, like I said, most
Yeah.
of my things were online, but I mean, we
Yeah.
did need books, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
And especially in my grade 12 year, when we needed to migrate from, you finish school like in, is it August, June, July, August?
Yeah.
I used to, I used those, excuse me. I used those bags to carry my books, and they were very much durable.
Yeah.
Enough, yeah.
So they do help in terms of
Yeah,
the
they
climate
do.
change and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But then I think you guys are also afraid to touch on the factories and stuff like that. Why? Is it because you guys are influencers and then next thing tomorrow
who
they're
are we
gonna,
influencing?
they're gonna want to maybe hire you to promote their stuff, so that's why you guys don't want to speak about it,
You
huh?
know what? Personally, I think that factories, I doubt they would ever be able to go green. Like, realistically speaking,
Yeah.
with having to manufacture the thing, especially now that we're evolving, our technology is evolving.
It is.
Yeah,
and
true,
we
true, true.
need power, we need gas, we need oil, we need charcoal, we need all these. I don't want to say harmful substances, but there's no other way to produce them.
But
you know, speaking of that, like I hear you saying that there's nothing they can do, but they are doing something on the scenes. You know, like yes, they can't lessen the pollution that they're causing to the earth, right? But they actually they do have platforms where they actually have, like, you know, like your green platforms, which is, yes, they are polluting sometimes, but they do have platforms where they're actually going green.
Just
like
to balance it out.
just to balance it out, because like you know, how do you you know, so do you guys think that like developing countries should prioritize industrial growth over environmental protection?
Wow. So now I'm like, I'm assuming that you are speaking about renewable energy, right?
Yes, renewable energy.
Yeah, that's. I think they should prioritize it. For example, there was this other lady who was working at home. She's from Zimbabwe, and she was telling me,
home girl.
Yeah, home girl. She was telling me that in Zimbabwe, some of the places, like most of them, they don't have electricity, and then even their robots, others call it traffic lights.
Yes,
they don't work, and some of them they have like a solar, like a small solar at the top. Yes, so I feel like guys,
the traffic lights have the solar.
That's what she said. But then even that one, it's not working.
How? Because they stole the cables.
Probably, but then what I'm trying to say is that in South Africa, we've been affected a lot by load shedding. Right? So we spoke about solar, and then it also falls in this topic that we are now going into. And then you spoke about solars and whatever being expensive. How about, and again, we're trying to improve the economy, we're trying to improve the country. How about the government releases subsidies to people who are trying to purchase those solars, right? Because why? They are helping the country, right? Especially to businesses. Come on, guys. Imagine if my businesses, I can't run a business today because why? I don't have electricity. And not because I didn't buy electricity. I did, and I did pay, but then load shedding. So if government say, you know what, if a solar is 90,000, I'm going to give you 20,000.
The subsidies
exactly. So they have to work close with people who are selling the solars. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think?
I also think so too. I mean, we pay taxes. Why not?
Exactly.
I definitely think that could work because they are really ridiculously expensive. We do need some power, you know. And speaking of which, did you guys hear that on the 23rd of September, it's going to go dark, like the entire world?
Who said that?
A couple of prophets. Am I the only Christian in this place? So there's been a prophecy that's going around, and people are saying there will be no power.
As in like
electricity. So you might need like your gas stove so that you're able to cook, you know, candles and
for light,
going forth.
So this has nothing to do with the sun, right?
No, definitely the sun.
So it
definitely the sun.
Even the sun is gonna be out.
It's gonna go dark.
Why specifically the 23rd?
I don't know. Maybe rapture. Are you guys
Perhaps.
Christians?
Yep.
Yeah.
Christian,
so apparently, a lot of prophets. So as I've been scrolling on social media, since it's a place to get informed. So a lot of prophets have been saying on the 23rd of September, it's going to go dark. And rapture is going to begin to happen. And not rapture as in like Jesus is coming back at that time, but it's going to be like one of those signs where he just turns the world dark.
That one, I'm not even going to entertain it, and I'll tell you why. Remember, I think in 2012, there was a movie that was released and said that the world was going to end, I think in 2012, right? So
the name of the movie is 2012.
Exactly. So that means people will always speak, the world is ending today, whatever. I don't think people can predict when the world will end. Because the Bible speaks about the end of the world.
True.
None of us knows when will the world end.
It's not the end of the world. They're saying it's going to go dark. There's no moon, no sun. It's just gonna be
which
dark.
means we need to make sure that renewable energy we are sit.
Yeah,
Right?
prepared. You have your gas stove,
Yes.
refill it, have your candles, you know,
Come on,
because
guys.
there will be like for the next 3 days, I think 23rd, 24th,
Yvette, come
25th.
on. Listen.
Yeah.
Girl. If that information doesn't come from a scientist or whatever, whoever, people who works there at the top,
Are you
the
a believer?
astronaut or whatever. Yeah, I do believe. Come
Are
on.
you a believer?
Yes, I do believe.
Okay, fine.
But then I don't feel like, I don't think that information will come like
Was
that.
it substantiated?
Not
by the
like
word?
But
Yeah.
let's say this is we're not saying believe it.
Yeah.
But it's a probabilities game. If it does happen, are you prepared? And that's why she's saying we need to just be ready. Yeah.
Yes. All right. That was beautiful,
But
guys.
then let's conclude it like
Yeah.
overall, guys.
Yeah.
What do you
Literally,
guys
yeah.
think? What did we discuss? Please
So
tell us
we,
the
we
topic.
talked about social media
media.
impact on the youth.
and cons.
Yes, the pros and cons. And we also talked about AI.
The pros and cons.
The pros
Yes,
and
the
cons
pros
that are
and
happening in the
cons.
universities.
Yeah.
And also we talked about climate change.
Yes.
And then we zhuzhed it up with some renewable energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which we didn't even finish.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Okay.
You know,
We'll see you on the 23rd.
I know that we spoke a lot about these topics, right?
Yeah.
But there's someone who's watching now
Yeah.
at home. This person has so many questions. Please, guys, I know that probably maybe our pages, our social media pages will appear on the screen here. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and share to your friends and family so that we can get a feedback from you guys on
engage
what
with
do you
you.
guys think on some of the topics that we discussed. Do you feel like we spoke a lot or enough about these topics that we discussed, or do you feel like maybe we left out certain information that we
pointers.
could have maybe spoke about?
Yeah.
Like, enlighten us, let us know. What do you guys think?
So from us, the Global Youth Talk Show, Danko.
Thank
We
you.
thank you.
Kalake.
Until next time.